I'm covering cloud ecosystem resale for IBM Cloud. So Power Virtual Server, of course, is one of the key product that we're driving. But next year, we're actually also putting focus on OpenShift offerings as well as AI offerings. So OpenShift AI, OpenShift virtualization. But here, I'm here to give you an overview of Power Virtual Server. So I don't know if you're here at the keynote, right? Just a very quick summary. This is where the market is going. You have the on-premise environment. You have on the right-hand side, you have the public infrastructures, and in the middle is where the as-a-service meets. And 87%, Gartner predicted that the infrastructure will be provided as a service by 2027. This is how IBM and Power is sort of shifting with that strategy, right? So you have Power, and then you have our IBM Cloud offerings, and then in the middle is the infrastructure as a service, Power Virtual Server. So,
you're sharing your screen?
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. My bad. Thank you for checking.
Oh.
Okay. Now, yeah, sorry, I was assuming you were looking at it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, yeah. So sorry, so this is the market view, right? This is the infrastructure as a service in the middle. And this is how sort of the IBM Power strategy is tied together, by these offerings that we offer. So IBM Cloud on the right-hand side as the public infrastructure, and then you have the on-prem environment, and then in the middle you have the as-a-service offering. So we have Power Virtual Server both in the public environment as well as the private environment for companies needing local data residency requirements. This is an option that they can involve getting to know more about. This chart, if you've been to any of the IBM events, you've probably seen it 100 times, but I want to mention this because that, I think the customer gets the concept that they need to be hybrid. But the first place they look at, right, are the biggest cloud providers out there. But when they migrate to those platforms, because that, the architecture is not consistent with what we offer, for Power, because the platform is different. So it requires more integration. They actually found real issues when they're running production environments, and that's happening with large, medium, small-sized companies. And they actually revert back to looking at Power Virtual Server with IBM Cloud. So I think the key here I want to mention is that, if you just go with the largest cloud provider out there, it could add to your complexity, but you really need to look at where your on-prem is at, what kind of systems you have now to be more intentional. And IBM Power Virtual Server has about 850 customers worldwide, and some of the end customers, right, are actually MSPs. So each of them have probably hundreds of their end customers. So this is you can get a size of our customer base here. So this is one level down from the bubble chart, right? You have the on-prem environment, which is the Power on-prem workload, which focuses on performance, security and reliability. That's what our customers are purchasing Power for. And this is a high-level overview of value propositions for Power Virtual Server with IBM Cloud, which focuses on consistent architecture. It's the exact compute, storage, I/O, the exact same interface. And then being on cloud, you can access other cloud services. We have about 300 cloud services available, ranging from your typical VPC costs to ISV offers like we have ISVs that's only focused on, backup disaster recoveries for IBMI. And then, we have a global footprint. And then, one of the benefit is our access to OpenShift and Watson offerings, which I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I know the team wanted me to talk about Power Virtual Server Private in particular, because in France, we don't have a public data center for IBM Cloud yet. But Power Private is an option. So I have some high-level chart about private, but the value proposition is in the Power Virtual Server public section, which I'll talk about, but it should apply to here mostly as well. So you have the Power Virtual Server at IBM site. That's the public offering we have, and then you have the Power Virtual Server at the client side, which is the on-prem environments that we have. So IBM essentially will install and configure the machines on your site. And this is for data sovereignty requirement. If you have the workload sensitive data that has to stay on-prem, or your workload require low latency with the on-premise infrastructure. So those are the scenarios where you want to consider the private cloud. And a bit about our commercial terms, it's a consumption-based model, right? Essentially, you pay for what you consume. We have a very granular consumption metrics, down to the core, the memory storage level, so you can see what you're consuming and analyze it. The customer is responsible to provision for the data center space, the energy, and the network. We have a 3 or 5 year term. You can terminate after 12 months, and we have it available in France, and it's billed at every month. We have advanced support included by default. Then you can upgrade to premium. We have certain SLAs, SLOs. That's the thing with what we offer for IBM Cloud. Sorry, just to pause here. Your role is more of an architect or on the sales side?
Sales.
On the sales? Okay, perfect. So this is probably actually relevant to you, yeah. Okay, yeah. And so technology and upgrades, right? You can.
After we have a small money, so I also regarding to the about how to make architecture and reply to technical questions to the customer. But my part normally should be supposedly to be satisfied.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and since you're a partner, I didn't include one of our charts here. I think in 2 quarters since Q4 last year, right? Just we did some analysis in Americas. There were 80, 90 new deals signed, and it was driven by pretty much 35 business partners. Some of them, just like 5, 10, 20 a quarter, right? Some of them does 1 or 2 a quarter, and in Japan, we actually have one partner that did 79 deals, Power Virtual Server. So I think if when the partner actually gets the value proposition, on board and actually investing resources into this shift, I think they see good traction. But it's in the beginning, it's a bit difficult to I think to pitch to get to the sweet spot of what you pitch to the customers, right? To get them interested to explore something different. Yeah. But yeah, I think if you are interested in becoming a partner again, there should be,
That's right, yeah.
In France, maybe so I'll go through these in high level, and maybe we can chat more, about what some of the things that we're offering, you know, on the promotion side as well. So the private offering, right, it has standard configurations. So we offer like a small pod as well as a medium pod. It's pre-configured, ready for deployment, and we now have 3 different model types available, which is the S1122, E1150, and the E1180. You know, these are flexible, and you know, there is a minimum required capacity. So 100 cores, 6 terabyte memory, 110 terabytes for the small pod, which it wouldn't be for your smallest IBMI customers, right? Because that would be still kind of large for them. But with our MSPs, right, what they do is they pull together a few customers and then offer it that way. From order placement to activation, you can get it in 30 days. This is more around, you know, what's included when you purchase, you know, Power Virtual Server private cloud, right? This chart is really around the TCOs, because when you are looking at TCO compare, right, you have to take a look at what comes with the solutions. And in the Power Virtual Server private cloud solution, these attributes are all included. While, you know, those are, some of them, you know, doesn't really apply to on-prem environments, but, you know, some of them you have to purchase separately. So when you look at TCOs, you really have to take a look at holistically, you know, what the energy cost, what the, you know, all of that, plus these, you know, granular solutions that's included in there. And I think there are some competitive analysis that does show that we have, you know, very low TCO compared with the other competitors. We have a UK-based financial services company that's utilizing this, and the value they're seeing it is reduced reliance on the skills for platform operations. They also like the monthly billing with the no capital investment upfront. It meets their requirements, right? But I think here what's interesting is when you look at the competitor assessment that they did, what they found was that, you know, the other offerings are not as enterprise grade as IBM solutions, which, you know, goes back to the core of the performance, the reliability, and security. And then they lacked, you know, granular billing compared with what we have on Power Virtual Server. Yeah, and then so that's a, you know, a brief overview of the Power Virtual Server, and then we get to the Power Virtual Server on cloud. So putting, you know, those overview value propositions into more granular words, we are sort of we are maniacally focused on providing the best enterprise workload, right, for the customers, which we focus on compliance and security and the reliability. So we have 14 times fewer hypervisor vulnerability events than other IS cloud providers. We have 6 nines of uptime, which essentially is about 32 seconds of downtime per year. And then because of its architecturally consistent, you know, we can help customers migrate a lot faster. With RISE on SAP, you know, we can actually migrate 25% faster than our competitors. You know, with this 5-day onboarding guarantee, we actually have something called a deployable architecture. So it's a pre-built pool of services that you need to deploy. It's basically a click of a button that to get you started with everything that you need to set up the environment. So it's very fast, but of course you have to do the network configuration and everything. And then our ecosystem is growing rapidly, right? We have 4x growth since 2023, growing about 30 to 40% per quarter worldwide. I talked about we have 300 other cloud catalog services, but so I'm also responsible for Red Hat OpenShift offerings on our platform and AI, our GPUs. So we're doing plannings with our partners next year, and the feedback that we're currently getting with our partners is that the Red Hat OpenShift offerings is the most integrated with the IBM Cloud compared with other cloud vendors, just because it's you're working with the same team. It's the platform is consistent, and we have a deployable architecture available for OpenShift as well. So click a button, deployed on Power Virtual Server, and you don't have to deal with a separate vendor, a separate separate billing, contracting, etc. Yeah. And this is also to show, with our Watson offerings, right? Watson has the APIs deployable on IBM Cloud. It's just as other services, just like Power Virtual Server, easily deployable.
Temenos. I see that you have Temenos. I have in fact, part of my next business should be in Africa. And also, actually, we are working with a Temenos project.
Okay. Yeah, they're ISV on IBM Cloud, I believe. Yeah. Do you find?
To know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So with our partner in Africa, we also have SAP requests, so we know that it's compatible with IBM solution. But Temenos, it's good to know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's IBM Cloud, just like many of the other IBM offerings, people don't know about it. They're not very good at marketing your solutions publicly. We have a lot of good stuff, but nobody knows. Which I think it's changing with Arvind's leadership. At least now we're doing stuff with F1, with tennis matches, with golf. Now we're getting ourselves out there. So hopefully this will accelerate. So these are end customer values, right? And these are use cases that are pretty common for all of our customers as well. So, and these are, have specific references here. They find, 50% faster recovery with 80% less cost, adding a disaster recovery side, 15% faster testing, development, accelerating the release cycles, 700% faster rate to open a new retail store, 30% reduction in infrastructure costs with our RISE with SAP on IBM Cloud. I'll talk more into the specific use cases and where they see these break down the numbers you see here. It's pretty dramatic, but that's the goal here also, to be a bit provocative with these particular use cases, right? This is with the Power 11 launch. There's an independent company, Precision IT, did a TCO analysis. There are specifics. I think TCO historically, really dependable on what you put together. But with their findings, right, better TCO with compare with other cloud vendors, 25% better TCO for AIX, 70% better TCO for IBMI. We have some new features rolled out this year. IBM is continually investing essentially to Power Virtual Server, right? RISE is available. Public Power Virtual Server on IBM Cloud is a certified hyperscaler now for RISE with SAP. That's one of the motion we're driving very heavily on. Power 11 Virtual Server now is the same time available as the Power 11 launch this year. We have some, clean room capabilities for cyber attacks. This is a collaboration with our partner Celerity in the UK. We have quantum safe secure boot now. Essentially, it requires two different verifications for your quantum reboot. The next three, I'll talk more in details about. We have dynamic flexible tiering on IBM I. This is essentially the, I think, a big differentiator for IBM Cloud now. And then we have the, migrate while active and shared processor pool optimization. And then there's a Watson X toolkit for Power Virtual Server. It's a step-by-step guide for you to deploy Watson X on Power Virtual Server. This software dynamic tiering, right? Essentially, we had only the P10 and P30 tiers available. We've made now more granular tiers, so P5 and P12 available. Essentially, it's making the economics better for end customers, right? If they are, for example, with an ISV that's licensed by software by tiers, they now pay a lot less than what they were paying before with the additional tiers. And technically, what we did was we divorced the tiers to the physical hardware, and it is a firmware update. So it's not available in any of our competitor products. It's only available on IBM Cloud. So it's now it's a key differentiator with what we have. So now the S1X22s will allow for P5, P10, and P20, and then the E1X80s will allow for P10, P20, and P30. Before the scale outs, is only available with the P10 software tier and up to 4 cores. So if you needed 4.25 cores, you essentially have to go through the P30 tier. And that's a price-wise, that's almost doubling, right? A significant price jump. So this is really provides the economy of scale for economics for the customers. Here's the interface. Here you enter the course and it recommends the tier. We don't dictate the tier for you because in case you wanted to scale out, to scale your environment, we don't limit you to this tier. So you still have to choose based on your environment. And actually, if you move the memory up, the tier will dynamically change as well. So we have a pricing estimator on cloud. You can actually play around and see how much you get charged roughly on our cloud platform. And then the next is the shared processor pool update, right? The concept is not new, right? It's a pool of processors that's shared between a group of VMs. And if you're IBM I customer, traditionally, you have the capacity backup unit. You buy 2 machines. One is heavily loaded. You mirror the 2 environments and share the processor pools. So here is imitating and essentially making it very similar to what the CPUs are doing. So you have a processor pool with cores, where the number of cores is the maximum number that the partition will need, and then that step ensures that the customer will have access to the cores whenever they need it for the VMs. So this is the Oracle chart, right? This is AIX chart. This shows the cost effectiveness of Oracle licensing, but the same architecture applies for IBM I. So without shared processor pool, right? With this 5 VMs, for you need the processors for each of the VM, and when you look at the cores, you add these up. Essentially, you need 12 fixed cores, needing 12 Oracle licenses. But with the shared processor pool, you can reserve 9 cores, and when the VMs can access these cores, based on the need. So in this case, you only need probably 9 capped cores, right? And from my understanding, each Oracle license, just in the standard tier, right, can cost around 40 to 50K. If you look at it from that perspective, it offers, pretty good cost savings. Yeah, this is a Watson X integration, and we have a toolkit essentially, guide you to deploy Watson X environments. Do you do a lot with the Watson, or mainly focused on the infrastructure?
No, not really.
Okay.
But after will depend on the market.
Okay. Yeah.
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 We just really start, so we don't know what we can expect for the moment.
Okay.
We need to make clarification internally for what we push and what we need to do for push the market. Again, we distributing industrial computers for any case of we can find in France, but we also make very, very big pressure for African. So
Okay.
it can happen that we have some requests for that, but for the moment, we're just starting, so it's difficult to say.
Okay. Yeah, our African market, I believe, all goes through distributors, right?
If the existing, I don't know them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a part of the deal that we try to do, is to begin to be more stronger for, say, to IBM. Okay, now with the business we do, maybe we can be business partner for IBM in Africa and push solution like this. But
Yeah.
we just start actually, so
Okay.
difficult
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
And after for French market, because we are distributor of industrial solution, we just place IBM solution inside. So that's for the reason I am here, because we make presentation of something like the fusion with OpenShift, with part of our material, the flash disk system from IBM and OpenShift. And our idea using our material, because they are more stronger, that we can have some at power system, because they can resist to high temperature and they can using in hard condition. And for industrial, it can be interesting, and use hybrid solution when customer.
How many customers do you have, or how many partners, I guess, you distribute to? Or
What for IBM solution?
yeah.
For the moment is very low.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just starting, so we'll start to make our strategy and push the business on this, but it's very starting. So
Okay.
for the moment, it's not possible to say that we have market for that. We're just starting, and the promotion, and we already have one request from customer.
Mhm.
It's one of our oldest customer in France, and actually they are using Nutanix system, and they are interesting to switch. So
Okay.
we will see. But again, it's very starting. So
Yeah. Okay.
after in France, for this company, I think we have 1,200 customers. Maybe 40% can be interesting by such solution.
Okay. Oh, so all your customers now, you don't really use any IBM
No.
products now. Okay. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, of course, you make more probably with distribute the bigger, the hardware, the servers, but yeah, this is sort of where the market is going, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to know about our resale programs, I can tell you more about it too.
We are not business partner for the moment, so
yeah. So we provide for business partners a 15% of margin.
yeah, but because we are not business partner, we are using
Right.
another company in France who is business partner, and we will see after.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy to sign up and
It's easy to sign up, but we need the validation from IBM, and since I think I tried 3 times differently, they always refuse.
refuse. Okay, to be to onboard you as a business partner?
Yeah.
Did they tell you why or?
Because we are, as I told you, we are a group from Ukraine, and before we was
Okay.
European and Russian groups. So they said, oh, maybe you still have some contact with Russian company,
Oh, I see. Okay.
so we don't want to work with you.
Okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
now you have a presence in France and.
Yeah, since maybe 15 years now.
Okay.
But because the name of the company was known in Germany, in France,
Yeah.
and in Russia. So for IBM, because it's the same name, they say maybe it's the same company.
Oh, okay.
Say no, but
Yeah. So did you change the name now?
yeah,
or-
we changed the name,
Okay.
but it's not enough for IBM.
Oh, okay, they can do still know. Yeah.
And we still work on it, and
Yeah.
we will see in the future what we can do.
Yeah. Well, our president is pretty friendly with Russia now, so.
I cannot count on this. So
On TV, at least.
yeah, we cannot. After, if we want to be very how we say it,
Politically correct.
yeah, we can say, okay, do you know Burger King? Burger King is probably a customer of IBM somewhere, and they still have presence in Russia.
Yeah, right. Why? Yeah.
Decathlon is a French company. They are very close to IBM,
Mhm.
and they still have some Russian assets. So
Right. I don't know how the.
it's internal policy, we know. So as I said, we still work, we still push the solution, and we will see in the future.
Yeah.
I can understand IBM after when they said, okay, you are very small, you didn't make some lot of business with IBM still now, no problem.
Yeah.
We will see in the future after, maybe we will see maybe 2 or 3 contracts, maybe in France. Okay, we can try again. I'm okay.
Yeah. What solutions do you sell now?
We sold some support.
Support?
Yeah, because we catch a customer who have some Power 9, 8, Power 8, and he was angry about this old business partner.
Yeah.
So he switched to us. And after, I have now customer who are interested by the OpenShift solution. So
Okay.
we will see what we can do.
Okay. That's good. So yeah, so if you can't operate as a business partner, I guess OpenShift is sold, but OpenShift is essentially a separate company. So
If we have this with this deal, I know one business partner who will support us on this. So that means this business partner will sell the software solution to my customer,
Okay.
and I will sell the material and will make the assembly for my customer.
Okay, I see. Very complicated. but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. We deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. You're from France? You live here? Okay. All right. That's good. Yeah, I don't know if it's is this relevant to you? Do you feel like it could,
For IBM solution, I don't know,
yeah,
because my customer actually doesn't use IBM solution.
okay.
And
Hi,
Morning.
morning, how are you?
How do you find yourself?
Good, good.
and we never know.
Yeah. It's Yeah.
It's good to know for me.
Yeah, it's good to know that, yeah.
Yeah, my customer who have actually support 8 is IBM customer. So
Okay, yeah,
if we decide to change to Power 11, maybe it can be interesting.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
for the moment, the same is that they're still on the Power 8 because they don't know if the company will be sold in the future. And if they sold the company, it's maybe the new company who purchasing this company does not use IBM, so
okay,
I don't know.
okay, yeah. Do you see them potentially wanting to migrate off of IBMI, the physical environment, and onto the cloud? No, okay. They would want a newer generation of
Yeah.
IBMI
Yeah,
physical, yeah.
so I think so, but I need to call him for checking what they are doing finally in the future.
Yeah, and the reason is they
The company is actually in sold.
sold?
They want to sold the company to another company, so it's on the market.
Okay.
And because of that, they say me the strategy of the company, it's only to find someone who can purchase a company.
Okay,
And if this company purchasing a company, maybe they said, okay, we don't use ABMI anymore.
okay, I see, yeah.
So they don't know where they are going.
Yeah. By providing support, you mean like you help them?
Because they have actually Power 8 system and they also need a support for this.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And when supporting, meaning that you help them like do upgrading, the patching and.
I'm using another company for that.
Okay.
Because we have no knowledge about that
Okay.
in my company. So I'm using another company who support
Oh,
in
okay.
case of.
Okay, interesting, yeah. So so the skills is really a becoming a
Yeah.
challenge, yeah.
It's part of our strategy also to decide if our guys will be make some learns about IBM solution, but it only makes sense if finally we still be business partner of IBM.
Mm.
If IBM say no each time, we have no reason to be more deeper in IBM solution or specific solution from IBM iX, something like this.
Yeah.
Because all material with solution from IBM that we can mix doesn't need specific knowledge.
Okay.
Makes sense for you?
Yeah, so you're on the more modern platforms, right? Or it's you don't want to invest resources in the skills,
That's it.
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. With Power Virtual Server, but then it would kind of take away your core business of support, right?
Mm.
Yeah. But then maybe you can offer application services, right? Or middleware.
Yeah, that's idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea also.
Yeah.
Too. And I think this idea is more because we have also a company in Africa, 2 companies in Africa. I think application system services is more for African market. We have a lot of things to do for be relevant for African markets because we're just starting.
Yeah.
But we have a good expectation.
Yeah.
I was to another exhibition yesterday with African companies, and we have some good opportunities. That's the idea.
Yeah.
To have a people with knowledge for new system from IBM, OpenShift with how to use application and so on.
Okay. How are you finding the Africa market?
What do you mean?
like from what I'm hearing, like each country operates kind of differently, right? And you,
We actually we are present in Mali and Togo, but we are ready to work on all different countries.
okay,
After, we just have to be very careful about countries that IBM doesn't want to work due to
Mhm.
restrictions that we
Okay.
have for Russia, for example, actually.
Right.
So we are very careful about that.
Okay.
But after, we are present in all countries in Africa except North Africa.
Okay.
For any kind of customer, administration, government, companies, private companies, bank, whatever.
What about, you mentioned fusion, right? You were looking into it, like what kind of differentiations are you seeing with fusion, OpenShift?
It's complicated. Okay, in Africa, you have to thinking about 3 questions. First question, where are the data? Actually, 98% of the data using in Africa are not in the Africa continent. They are outside. AWS, Azure, OVH in France, maybe IBM Cloud. And so this is the first things. The second point is it's complicated to have a stabilized power grid and stabilized connection in Africa.
Yeah.
It's the second point.
Yeah.
And the third point is it's Africa. So you have sand, you have dust, you have high sun and high temperature and so on.
Natural disasters.
Something like this. And all material, it's some server who can work in hard condition. And I know that IBM storage system can work in some hard condition.
Okay.
So idea is to use all material or server with the IBM flash system.
Okay.
And place fusion OpenShift inside.
Okay.
To place directly in Africa. And at this moment, you reply to my 3 question. Where are the bad data? We place it in the continent.
Okay, yeah.
Second point, what's happening with the power grid and hard condition for connection. We place the data center with hard condition, and it can work with sand, with dust, with whatever.
Right.
And our idea is to say to different company that we can make private cloud for administration, for government, and place it directly in the country.
Okay.
And with that, we need to mix all material, the flash system, and IBM Fusion or OpenShift.
Okay.
And in the future, when we will make some different business for that, make another data center specifically for have a cloud directly in the continent, and make hybrid cloud with local solution and biggest cloud, biggest data center.
Why do you see the market in Africa, or do you why focus on Africa basically?
Because for me, it's a market in the future.
You think? Yeah. You think
the first question I told is 98% 90% of the data actually used in Africa are not stored in Africa.
Okay.
And for when you say that to government, to a private company, they don't know about that, because after the first thing they said, okay, I need SAP system, I need whatever Odoo system. They're starting to check for the local, and what they're doing the local, they're using AVS, they're using Azure, they're using OVH in France, but the data are outside of Africa. And it's a major things for all countries in Africa that they want data directly on the continent. So for me, it's a big market.
Okay. That's interesting. But I just questions, right? If let's say AWS realized this, right, and then they put a data center in Africa tomorrow, then
Yeah.
it could be risky for you, right?
Yeah, but I think for me, it's we have place for any company. It's not a problem. We are working with some local guys, because we have already some company directly in the continent.
Yep.
So I have no problem with that. If tomorrow Amazon decide to make a data center,
Yeah.
they're doing.
Maybe they can acquire you.
Yeah, of course.
That could be the exit. Yeah. No, that's interesting. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I think next year I'll be working on storage solutions too. So, we can, if maybe we'll get connected, right? If just to keep each other updated. Or just take a picture of here. But are you Ukrainian? Or no?
No.
Yeah, it's just your company that's France, Germany, and Russia focus. Yeah. What's the name of your company?
In France is Finocern, but before it was IPC2U.
Okay.
IPC2U, and in Germany they changed IPC2U by Industrial Personal Computer to you.
Okay.
And but it's not enough for IBM.
Okay. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, you're connected. Oh, you're connected with Shimono-san. You know Shimono-san?
No.
Okay, all right.
I don't know how it's happened, but okay.
Yeah, he's in Japan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, you know Helen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's an IBMI person. He was ex-IBMer and now has his own company that offers a solution around IBMI.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I hope I hope we change some things,
Yeah, we will see. Again, I'm completely agree about IBM decision for the moment. So
Yeah.
we just said, okay, we will try to make a good works, and we will see in the future. Okay, look what we do.
Right, exactly.
It works.
Right.
I understand what they're doing.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. actually my coworker Ronnie used to run the system for. No, he also run power for.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He knows a lot about. He used to live in.
That's my first question to IBM.
Yeah.
Who is how it works?
Yeah.
Because we don't know if they have some distributor.
Yeah.
So we know that RO is existing in Morocco,
Yeah.
but they never call me back.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah. Just make a call quickly to my
Okay, yeah.
customer who will try to call me.